There's a battle playing out in San Antonio, Texas, which is going to be, in my opinion, crucial to the future of our country and especially the public school system. What it concerns is radio frequency identification tags that are placed on students that allow the school system through a centralized computer system to track students wherever they are in the school. Oblivious to the impact on students' fundamental rights, school officials with the Northside Independent School District in San Antonio, Texas, have embarked upon a crusade to foist ID badges embedded with RFID electronic tags on about 4,200 students at Jay High School and Jones Middle School. These tags produce a radio signal that is tied to the student's social security numbers, allowing the wearer's precise movements to be constantly monitored. School officials plan to eventually expand the $500,000 program to the district's 112 schools with a student population of over 100,000 students.
If we increase our attendance rate by just 1%, just 1%, that's an additional $4.5 million.
And the school's been very clear here that this is not about security or safety of students, because most schools across the country already have elaborate procedures to make sure students are in the classroom. It used to be called classroom attendance, where a teacher would take it and sign in and sign out procedures. Their PR representative, the school's PR representative, said this is all about money, it's state funding. Key here is the collaboration between large corporations, which make a lot of money from these, and the schools. So what's happened is we've seen the schools fuse with large corporate enterprise, and everybody's making a lot of money, except who? The taxpayers who are paying for this. Thankfully, believe it or not, one student has taken a stand against the RFID tags. Her name is Andrea Hernandez. She's 15 years old. She's a sophomore at Jay High School. Her objections are basically constitutional and religious. She has a religious objection to the ID tags based on the book of Revelation, which millions of Christians agree with, that this could be the mark of the beast. So the parents were very concerned, and so was she. Also, she had privacy concerns. The parents were very concerned that she was being tracked by somebody, even when she was in the bathroom and other private places. Also, she wanted to hand out a little brochure after school hours telling students that these may be dangerous, that the tracking, it was not for security reasons, but it was for money reasons. The school actually blocked that. So there's a First Amendment freedom of expression claim here. Also, there's a 14th Amendment equal protection claim. Because she would not wear the chip, she couldn't vote for the homecoming king or queen. She was told she would be limited to how she could use the cafeteria services and certain library books. She couldn't take those out of the library, and she couldn't participate in certain extracurricular activities. And because she stood against the program, she's now in a segregated cafeteria line where she can be watched. Also, the school threatened to kick her out of school and put her in another school. The Ruff Institute filed a temporary restraining order. The judge ruled in our favor, and then the school removed the case to federal court, where it's going to be battled out on constitutional grounds. While this so-called student locator program is not yet widespread, it's only a matter of time before we see more students facing the same struggle all across America. Other student tracking programs are currently being tested in Baltimore, Anaheim, Houston, and in schools near Chicago. Schools in Florida now use palm reading devices to allow children to purchase lunch. And if they refuse to, they can't eat lunch. Besides the fusion of the corporation and schools, and this is a money-making scheme, there's one problem that many parents have raised, and groups like Anonymous have actually raised it, the hacking group, is that if a student is wearing this ID chip off campus by mistake or otherwise, or to and from school, maybe taking a walk or a stroll, hacktivists, sexual predators, can actually follow students and watch them. These things are not foolproof, and they can be extremely dangerous. This case with Andrea Hernandez can set a national precedent. All she's really asking for is she'd like to be opted out of the program because of the obvious constitutional concerns. She's not asking for the program to be dismantled, and it won't be dismantled, folks. What's happened in the last 10 to 15, even 20 years is that the corporate entities have fused with our government at all levels, and they're making money, but they're also going to be foisting some devices which, to be honest with you, George Orwell, all the great novelists talked about the spying devices where we would be watched and there would be no privacy whatsoever. And that looks like what we're going to be facing in the future. So, how can we fight these things? I would follow the example of people like Andrea Hernandez and take a stand for freedom.